to my YouTube channel. My name is Barbie Washington. I affectionately go by Barbie. I've decided to start this YouTube channel to discuss or share with people on a subject or topic that is near and dear to me, which is rheumatoid arthritis. One day my husband and I were sitting down talking, and I want to be able to share with folks who experience some of the things that I do. Rheumatoid arthritis seems like an old people's type of illness or disease. And really, ladies and gentlemen, it isn't. This is all I've known all my life. I started out with having JRA at the age of 9 months. I started with having fevers and rashes around the joints of my body as a child, a very young child. And from there, it just advanced. And it develops as you develop. I've learned that in the almost 50 years of having this type of disease and what it can do. I mean, damages it can cause to joints everywhere. Rheumatoid arthritis affects your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your wrists, just to name a few joints. It's a debilitating disease. However, you can beat this because you just have to keep moving. That's the simplest tip that I can give anyone. That's not to say that you won't have bad days. That's not to say that you won't be able to move like you want to from time to time. But the key to this and beating this is to don't give up and don't stop moving. I just believe strongly that if you give up or if you stop moving, then you won't have a quality of life. I've been dealing with this a very long time, and yes, it has affected a good many of my joints. I have both knees replaced, elbow replaced, wrist fused, thumb fused, and looking to have many more surgeries. This type of illness wreaks havoc on your joints, and eventually, if you're not 10 sharp, you will end up in a wheelchair or bedridden. That's not going to be my life story, and that's not how I'm going to end up. I plan to keep it moving and pushing and praying until I can't anymore. This affects not only me, but my family as well. This type of disease causes mood swings. And of course, if you want some type of quality of life, you have to experiment with a lot of different drugs. I've been on everything from coated aspirin to now Gelzan. I've done Embryo. I've done Cimzia, I've done Humira, I've done methotrexate, I've been on steroids, prednisone for a number of years, off and on. You name it. I've been on oral golds, I've been on Telectin, a number of pain meds, and still is to some degree, off and on. This subject is near and dear because my mom died from MS, and I have grandparents that are deceased now that had rheumatoid arthritis on both sides. These are some of the things that we're going to be discussing later in videos down the road. Whether or not RA is hereditary or not. I tend to think that it is. Both my grandparents on both sides of my family, my mom and my dad's side, had rheumatoid arthritis really bad. However, they had a quality of life, and they also had a spiritual life, which means that we kept pressing forward. I'm also a twin. And my twin does not. She does not have rheumatoid arthritis. I was the only lucky one, or blessed one. Yay me. Anyway, in further videos, we'll discuss the different kinds of meds, different types of foods, different types of exercises you can do, simpler ways of doing things so that you can be independent and stay independent and have a quality of life. Rheumatoid arthritis doesn't have to be the end-all be-all, and more people are being diagnosed with this illness, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're almost 50 and above, or doesn't mean that they're young adults and heading into 50. Like I said, I've had this ailment for almost 50 years. This November will make 50 years that I've been living with this. I drive, I get myself dressed, I held down jobs, still do from time to time. I cook, clean, reared my children, and I'm a wife to my husband and a caregiver at this time. So you can do pretty much anything you put your mind to. And I guess for me, just simply talking about rheumatoid arthritis, it helps me in a way to be able to push forward and move on, because there are days where I can't, and you will see some of those days in further YouTube postings. Now is just getting started and making people aware. Rheumatoid arthritis is no joke, by no means. It's no joke, and a lot of people are shocked that I've had so many surgeries and that I am still going. Nevertheless, you got to have that will and that mindset. I hope that you would be able to take what I'm giving and use it and apply it to your own life. Those of you that have RA and dealing with it, it doesn't have to control you, you can control it. Thank you for your time and attention, and hopefully down the line you'll get to see more interactive videos with me and how I do daily tasks. Thanks, and have